My name is Monette Robichaud, and I have driven from southwest Nova Scotia, which the capital of my area is Meteghan, I'm going to say. But it's about 700 kilometers from here. I left at 7:30 yesterday morning and got here around 5, 6 o'clock. I'm very hungry. And I'm here to tell you, welcome to the 2014 Hackmatack Awards ceremony, where Atlantic Canada's young readers decide which Canadian books are their favorites. Bienvenue à la cérémonie de remise des prix Hackmatack 2014, le choix des jeunes. C'est dans mon village de Meteghan, Nouvelle-Écosse, à la bibliothèque Sénateur Ambroise H. Comeau, que nous faisons la promotion des livres du programme Hackmatack. And I'm also here to say, let's give a good hand to Michael Pendergast, the music man, for the nice music he gave us. Ça, c'était vraiment bien. Merci beaucoup. Maintenant, j'aimerais demander à tout le monde de se lever. I would like all of you to stand up so we can welcome our guests of honor, this year's Hackmatack nominated authors. Recevons maintenant nos invités d'honneur. Donnez une belle main à tous les invités. Une belle main. Faites du gros bruit. Make a lot of noise, as much noise as you want to. Come on, everybody, clap your hands. Clap your hands for our authors who are coming in. Everybody, please help me clap your hands. Make a lot of noise for our authors who are coming in. Look at that. You can even go, yo, 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 yo. Bravo, good work, sir. Bravo. The parade of authors and books, c'est la parade. Don't stop now, keep on clapping, exercise your fingers, here we go. Let's make a noise with our voices. Everybody go, yay! Yahoo! Bravo! Bravo les auteurs, c'est beau. Merci beaucoup. Nice. There's no room at the inn. That's nice. Everybody, the place is full. It's nice to have a whole bunch of people all together here. Chaque année, le programme Hackmatack devient de plus en plus populaire. Nous sommes maintenant dans notre 15e année. Anybody here who's 15 years old? Students? I'm more than 15. I'm 15. Okay, anybody who's 14 years old? Students? Okay. Now, Hackmatack is 1 year older than the 14-year-old here. So we've been here for 15 years, longer than you have been on this earth. Ce succès est dû au talent de la communauté littéraire, le support et l'encouragement de nos commanditaires et les bénévoles, ainsi qu'à vous, les lecteurs. The Hackmatack program has been growing now for 15 years. Its success is due to a combination of the supports listed on the front of your program, a vibrant and talented writing community, and the support and encouragement of sponsors and volunteers and dedicated readers like you. En parlant de commanditaires, nous aimerions particulièrement remercier le département du tourisme et de la culture de l'île du Prince-Édouard pour avoir appuyé le programme Hackmatack dans les bibliothèques sur l'île. We would especially like to thank the Prince Edward Island Ministry of Tourism and Culture for supporting the Hackmatack program in the public libraries on the island. Please join me in welcoming MLA Bush Dumville, representing the Honorable Robert L. Henderson, Minister of Tourism and culture.
Wow, I never got a whistle like that before. Thank you very much, boys and girls. It's a pleasure to be here today. Thank you, Monique Richard, Superintendent Cynthia Spleet, Councillor Eddie Rice, Joanne Hamilton-Berry, Chair of the Committee, Katie Watson, Director, and Mireille Mercure, MC. It's great to be here with you today, and I'd also like to thank Director of Libraries Kathleen Eaton at the back of the room there, my old neighbor from our old stomping grounds. So authors, students, Hackmatack organizers, library, school staff, ladies and gentlemen. And as I say, it's especially nice to see the young people here today. And today I have my granddaughter, Sophia Jeffrey, and her friends with us, so that makes it extra special. And I'm pleased to be here to bring you greetings from the Minister of Tourism and Culture, Minister Robert Henderson, who's out of the province in business. And I know that he really wanted to be here today for this event. One of the main goals of the Public Library Service on Prince Edward Island is to inspire a lifelong love of reading. It is very important to get the children hooked on books at a young age, and the Hackmatack program is a great way to do that. And Sophia, I won't rat you out this morning that you were on that electronic device this morning instead of a book. The Hackmatack program gives students the ability to choose their favorite book and to have a hand in which author wins the Hackmatack Award. It helps inspire children to read and to think critically of what makes a great book. I want to thank the province's Public Library Service for spearheading the program on Prince Edward Island, as well as all the teachers who use the program to help their students learn to love reading. I also want to thank the organizers of the Hackmatack program for bringing the awards to Prince Edward Island during the 2014 celebration year. Finally, and perhaps most importantly, I'd like to thank all the authors that participated in the Hackmatack in 2014. The work you do is so important to the overall health and well-being of children, and I thank you for it. So thank you and enjoy the program.
Thank you, Mr. Bush. We'd like to present you with a little gift. Isaac has a gift for you.
Thank you, Isaac.
Merci beaucoup. Veuillez aussi applaudir nos invités spéciaux. A round of applause for our special guest, English Language School Board Representative, Superintendent Cynthia Fleet, and City Councillor Eddie Rice. Could you stand and we can see who you are? There you go. A nice hand. Thank you. Merci. C'est maintenant le temps de rencontrer les auteurs qui nous ont donné tant de plaisir à travers leurs livres. It is now time to introduce you to the talented writers who have given us such wonderful reading experiences this year. But before we start, every year we try to do a little Hackmatack applause that is sort of different from what has been happening before at other years. And I have one that I'd like you to help me do. Every time, we're going to do a little chant or something, but it starts with a, yo, everybody, have you heard? Let me hear you say the word. And when I say that, I want you to go, yo, Hackmatack, yo, Hackmatack, yo, Hackmatack. Then we go, Hackmatack, Hackmatack, okay? So let's stand up, please, s'il vous plaît. We're going to say it in anglais et en français. All right, are we ready? So, when I say, everybody, have you heard? Let me hear you say the word. Yo, Hackmatack, yo, Hackmatack, yo, Hackmatack, Hackmatack. Hackmatack, and you give a hand like that, okay? Et en français, laissez-moi vous dire un mot, c'est le temps de répéter. Yo, Hackmatack, yo, yo, Hackmatack, 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 and give a good hand, bravo. Then we finish with yo. All right, merci beaucoup. So that's our practice. Yo. Malheureusement, plusieurs auteurs ne pouvaient pas être ici aujourd'hui, mais des étudiants ont accepté de les représenter sur scène. Because a number of the nominated authors are not able to be with us today, some students have kindly agreed to represent them on the stage. So, we're going to start with la catégorie roman français. Denis Boucher pour le bateau fantôme de Petit Rocher. And as we name them, do they come on top, on the stage? There you go. A nice hand for Denis Boucher. Lely Chatran pour Cauchemar Blanc pour Rouge Babine. Olivier Chalet pour Max et le sans-abri. Lynn Vanier pour Opération Orange Soufflet numéro 7. Dominique Desmarches pour Le Secret des Dragons. Mélanie Daigle pour Si seulement. Mireille Villeneuve pour Le Trésor de Sophia. Louis Lambrunner pour Le Trésor de Pharaon. Et je demande à Caleb Gagné de l'école François Biot de présenter François Barcelot, l'auteur de Napoléon raté, l'empereur du ballon rond. Maybe he'd want to speak here. So we can hear, pour entendre ta voix.
Bonjour, j'aimerais vous présenter M. François Barcelot. Il est natif de Montréal depuis sa retraite en 1998. Il partage son temps entre l'écriture et les voyages. Il écrit pour les adultes et bien sûr les jeunes. Il est très connu pour sa série de Momo de Saint-Roch. Pour les prix Hackmatack, j'ai lu le roman Napoléon raté, l'empereur du ballon rond. J'ai aimé quand Napoléon raté a eu un but qui a fait gagner son équipe. Sans tarder, je vous présente M. François Barcelot.
Merci. J'ai déjà gagné le prix Hackmatack, pour être bien franc. J'ai été le tout premier à le gagner en français en 2002, si je ne me trompe pas. Alors, si je ne le gagne pas aujourd'hui, je ne serai pas fâché. Je laisserai ce prix à quelqu'un d'autre qui en profitera, bien sûr. Alors, je vous remercie. Je souhaite de bonnes lectures.
Et maintenant, pour présenter le prix, je demande à Julien Kitson de l'école François Biot de nous dire qui c'est le gagnant ou la gagnante.
Le gagnant pour la catégorie roman français est Dominique Desmarches pour Le Secret des Dragons.
Si je remportais le prix Hackmatack avec Le Secret des Dragons, je serais aux oiseaux. C'est une expression qu'utilisait ma maman lorsqu'elle était particulièrement heureuse. Rien ne pourrait me faire plus plaisir qu'un prix de popularité pour Le Secret des Dragons parce que j'ai écrit ce livre en voulant faire plaisir aux enfants. Le cadeau que reçoit Lily pour son anniversaire et qu'elle partage avec Léo est le cadeau qui m'aurait fait le plus plaisir à moi lorsque j'étais enfant. J'ai aussi travaillé très fort afin que Le Secret des Dragons soit facile et agréable à lire, afin que tous les enfants de 10 ans et plus puissent traverser les 352 pages. Si je remportais le prix Hackmatack avec Le Secret des Dragons, je dirais un merci gros comme le monde.
Ben, merci Julien, et puis on va avoir un autre applaudir pour tous les auteurs qu'on va donner. Et merci à les élèves qui les ont représentés. And now for the English nonfiction category for this year. And we'll start with those who could not be here today for today's celebration. Paul Keary and Michael Wyatt for Canada at War. Let's give him a big hand. Natalie Hyde for Cryptid Canada, Unsolved Mysteries from Coast to Coast. Tyne Brown for Driftwood Dragons and Other Seaside Poems. Monica Culling for Going Up, Elijah Otis' Trip to the Top. Kathy Smith Milway for Mimi's Village and How Basic Health Care Transformed It. Hadley Dyer for Potatoes on Rooftops, Farming in the City. Deborah Hodge for Rescuing the Children, the story of the Kinder Transport. Claire Emer for The World in Your Lunchbox, the wacky history and weird science of everyday foods. To introduce the authors who are with us today, here is Gwyneth Skur, a Hackmatack Club member from Cornwall Public Library, presenting Rob Laidlaw, author of No Shelter Here, Making a World a Kinder Place for Dogs.
Rob Laidlaw is a good author, and I very much enjoyed his books. They're very informative, and he has many ideas about what should happen around the world with dogs and other such animals, and he cares very much for all sorts of domesticated animals. Thank you.
Thank you. I know you were nervous. It's a real honor to be nominated for a Hackmatack this year, and I was told I only have 30 seconds. My office said, that's impossible. You can't just speak for 30 seconds, but I'll try. I'll try to be fast. I write books to try to help animals because that's been my job for a lot of years, and I hope that the books that I write inspire kids to get out there and help animals and inspire both kids and adults to just get out there and help on all kinds of causes, whether they're animals or the environment or people. So that's really the driving motivation behind the books that I write, and I hope that the dog book helps a lot of dogs. And I just wanted to tell you one very quick story. I used to have 5 dogs in my house in downtown Toronto, and they were really smart. And whenever anyone in my house had ordered pizza, the dogs would accompany the person to the door to pay for the pizza. That person would normally come back, put the pizza on the table. The dogs would then accompany the person back to the door because they had to pay the delivery person. While that person was being paid, all the dogs would run back, and they would often get the pizza, including jumping up on the tables. They're smart, they're funny, they deserve to be treated better, and I hope my book helps do that. So thank you again. It's great to be here.
Merci. I would now ask Abur Rahman Hashim, a Hackmatacker from the group here at the Confederation Center Public Library, to present Wendy Kitts, author of Sable Island, The Wandering Sandbar.
Okay, Miss Wendy Kitts, she is here with us today, and she has kindly come from her hometown in New Brunswick. She is to talk with us about her book on Sable Island. Sable Island is an extraordinary place 300 kilometers off the coast of Nova Scotia. It is a place where horses outnumber people and sinking sands cover the beaches and where seals and sharks roam the waters. It is one of Canada's newest national parks. Sable Island is made completely out of sand from the ocean floor up. It is like a giant sandbox, and if it weren't for the dunes which cover most of the island, it would be flat and maybe underwater. There are a lot of facts, pictures, and information in Ms. Kitts' book. The book not only talks about the island's environment, but also its history and its conservation. It is interesting to note it was once a hideout for pirates and wreckers. Many of us will not get to visit the island as the cost is high and you need the permission from the Canadian Coast Guard, which is not easy to get. But Ms. Kitts' book opens a window for us to look through and see Sable Island as if we were there. I'll let Mrs. Kitts take over now.
Can I go to this one? That was very impressive, and you weren't nervous at all. You said you were, but I really enjoyed writing the book, Sable Island. One of the most interesting things I learned in my research was that over 50 years ago, the Canadian government was going to take all the horses off Sable Island, and they reported in the newspapers they were going to send them to the mainland, sell them to factories where they would be killed and made into dog food or glue. And children right across Canada had the same reaction that I see on your faces. They were all horrified. And with the help of their teachers, they started a letter writing campaign. And they saved the Sable Island horses. They sent hundreds of letters to the Prime Minister, and he put in a law in 1960. It was Prime Minister Diefenbaker, and that law is still in effect today. It protects the horses. They're protected forever just because of something kids did. So I love that story because it really shows that kids can make a difference. So thank you. Thank you, Hackmatack, and all the organizers, and thank you so much for that speech.
And now, our English Award announcer, Isaac Macardo, from the Hackmatack Non-Fiction Book Selection Committee, will reveal the winner.
And the winner for the English nonfiction is Rob Laidlaw for No Shelter Here, Making a World a Kinder Place for Dogs.
This is actually a big surprise. A very welcome surprise. And I do want to say that the other books in this category are fantastic. I've read not all of them, but several of them. They're great books. I really loved Wendy's book on Sable Island. I thought it was a fantastic book. Please read the other books, and thank you very much for the honor. It's a real surprise. Thank you.
Okay, everybody, please stand up. We'll do our cheer. Yo, everybody, have you heard? Let me hear you say the word. Yo! 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 Hackmatack! Hackmatack! Yo! Laissez-moi vous dire un mot. C'est le temps de répéter. Yo! 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 Hackmatack! 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 Bravo! Merci beaucoup. Yo! Unfortunately, none of the French non-fiction authors could be here, but let's honor them with applause as I call their names. Et malheureusement, aucun des auteurs de la catégorie documentaire français ne pouvait être ici aujourd'hui, mais célébrons-les en les applaudissant lorsque je les nommerai. Régent Roy pour Gloosgap, les Castors et le mont Sugarloaf. Alain Rimbaud pour les grands inventeurs. Mario Allard pour le hockey. Karine Goto et Maxime Cyr pour les Jaunes de Barcelone. Stéphanie Deshôtels pour Laissez-moi t'expliquer l'autisme. Annie Groovy pour Léon et les traditions. Alain Bergeron, Sampar et Michel Quintin pour les limaces savais-tu. Joanne Ménard pour Marie Curie, connais-tu? Élise Gravel pour la mouche. François Gravel, Schlitt, tout plein d'histoires avec des mots. C'est regrettable que les auteurs ne soient pas là. Everybody look on that side. Regardez voir là sur le côté, il y a des pancartes là, pour tous les auteurs. Mettez-la ho, ho, ho. Hein, vraiment. Yo, Hackmatack! Yo, Hackmatack! Yo, Hackmatack! Yo, Hackmatack! Bravo! Maintenant, pour présenter le prix à l'auteur qui gagne dans la catégorie documentaire français, nous avons de nouveau Caleb Gagné de l'école François Bouillotte.
Le gagnant pour la catégorie documentaire français est Élise Gravel pour La Mouche.
Bonjour, je suis extrêmement fière d'avoir remporté ce prix aujourd'hui et extrêmement déçue de ne pas pouvoir être parmi vous pour le recevoir. Ça me touche beaucoup de savoir que mes livres voyagent partout dans le Canada et surtout dans un aussi beau coin de pays que le vôtre. J'ai habité dans les provinces maritimes quand j'étais plus jeune et j'en ai gardé des souvenirs formidables. En fait, c'est suite à mon séjour de 6 mois à l'île du Prince-Édouard où je travaillais avec des enfants dans une école d'immersion française que j'ai décidé de faire carrière dans l'illustration et le livre jeunesse. Ce voyage a changé le cours de ma carrière. Le fait de savoir que mes personnages se promènent sur les mêmes chemins que j'ai parcourus à cette époque me fait chaud au cœur. Aujourd'hui, je travaille sur de nouveaux livres qui vont explorer des territoires inconnus pour moi. C'est ce qui m'empêche de me déplacer pour vous rencontrer en personne en ce moment. Mais je suis avec vous en pensée et je vous remercie de m'avoir lu et de m'avoir choisi comme gagnante. Encore une fois, les enfants des Maritimes font une grande différence dans ma vie. Élise.
Et félicitations à tous les auteurs qui ont été nominés pour la catégorie documentaire français. Yo, laissez-moi vous dire un mot, c'est le temps de répéter. Yo! 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 Hackmatack, 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 yo! Bravo, merci. Vous faites bien, c'est beau. Now, let's look at our gifted 2014 nominees in English fiction, beginning with those who were unable to be here. Kit Pearson, author of And Anything But the Truth. Susan Hughes, author of The Island Horse. Caroline Adderson, author of Jasper John Dooley, Star of the Week. I will now call upon the presenters to introduce to you the authors who are here today. Grace Lloyd from West Kent Elementary presenting Alice Walsh for A Long Way From Home.
Our next nominee is award-winning writer Alice Walsh, author of A Long Way From Home, a novel based on the events of 9/11 and how the incident brought a group of grounded travelers and a small Newfoundland community together. as well as being nominated for this Hackmatack Award and 2 others in 2003 and 2005. Alice has been nominated for and won many awards for various books, such as the Canadian Children's Book Centre's Art Choice Award and the 2005 and 2008 Anne Brimmer Connor Award. A native of Newfoundland, Alice now lives in Nova Scotia, but she has never forgotten how kind and welcoming people in Newfoundland are. So it didn't surprise her when she learned about how the people in Gander helped so many deported plane passengers on 9/11. Although a lot of things have changed in Newfoundland over the years, some things have stayed the same. Please welcome Alice Walsh.
Thank you, Gracie, for that wonderful introduction. I had a fun week. It's always great to meet my young readers. One of the comments I got a lot while I was touring was about my main character, Rabia. There were questions about creating a character from another culture. And it made me realize how important a character is to a story, whether that character is set in Afghanistan or Nova Scotia or Prince Edward Island. I had a fun week, and I'm looking forward to meeting the rest of my readers after the ceremony. Thank you.
Thomas Nicholson from Prince Street Elementary will present Ashley Spires, author of Binky Takes Charge.
I will be introducing Miss Spires. She comes from Delta, British Columbia, where she lives with her 3 cats, dogs, and boyfriend. After some bookmaking classes, Miss Spires was inspired to become an illustrator and author. She is here today for her junior graphic novel, Binky Takes Charge, about a Lieutenant Space Cat who has to train a new kitten who isn't a kitten at all. Please welcome Miss Spires.
Thanks very much, Thomas, for that. I couldn't imagine talking to a room like this at his age, so yay, Thomas! I've had a wonderful week. This is my first time on the East Coast. I was supposed to be here a few years ago, but due to fainting on a plane, didn't get here, so yay, I made it! And I'm so happy to be here, and I'm so happy to have met everyone from the Maritimes, and your hospitality truly exists. I have to say I loved everybody here, and it's been awesome, and so great to meet the other authors, and thanks for being here.
Thank you. Rob, you'll be happy to hear that the animals were mentioned before the boyfriend. Simon Hale from Spring Park Elementary will present Philippa Dowding, author of The Gargoyle at the Gates.
Philippa Dowding is the author of The Gargoyle at the Gates. Philippa Dowding is living in Toronto. Philippa wrote 2 more books. Their names are The Gargoyles Overhead and The Gargoyles in My Yard. The book is about a boy who investigates a park with stone gargoyles that are 400 years old. Philippa Dowding enjoyed writing this book because she loves gargoyles. Here she is.
Thank you, Simon. I do love gargoyles, and I brought my gargoyle with me today, and I promise he's not going to throw anything at anybody. I just want to say that when I was 7, I read a book that changed my life, and I think the only reason that I'm here today as an author is because I read this book. And when I finished the book, I knew that I was going to want to be a writer for the rest of my life. Put your hands up if you've read Charlotte's Web. Right. Well, Charlotte's Web has sold 250 million copies, and it's been translated into 48 different languages, and it's the book that meant everything to me and set me on my way. So my wish for all of you here today and all of the children that are in the Hackmatack reading series is that you find that book that changes everything for you and sets you on your way. Thank you.
Riley Garnham from St. Jean's Elementary, presenting Nancy Wilcox Richards, author of How to Fix a Lie. Ooh.
Hello, everyone. I have the pleasure to introduce Nancy Richards. And Nancy was born in Boston, then moved to Lunenburg in Nova Scotia when she was 2. When Nancy was in grade 3, she started reading the Nancy Drew series. It was her favorite. I wonder why. A funny fact about Nancy is that she is convinced that chocolate solves a lot of problems. And please welcome Nancy.
Thank you, Riley. Good morning, everyone. It's great to be here. I would like to say a big thank you to Kate Watson and her committee for organizing this fabulous event. I know it takes a lot of behind-the-scenes work. Very much appreciate it. And I would be remiss if I didn't say a special hello today to my school back in Mahone Bay, Nova Scotia. They are watching the live stream today. So hi to the Hackmatack Club there, Ms. Mackenzie, Ms. Mack. I know that you're enjoying the celebrations. And my book that's nominated is called How to Fix a Lie. But to be honest, I don't really know how to fix a lie. What I do know is that when I was younger, I told a lot of lies. And now I turn those lies into creative pieces inside books. And really, lies, or fibs, maybe a little kinder word, are things that come from your imagination. And that's the root of a lot of innovations and inventions, anything from a paperclip to a space shuttle. So my advice to you, if you want to tell a lie, and you don't want to have to fix it, is take that creative energy and maybe make a new invention, or do what I do and turn it into a book. And someday you'll be able to share with readers like I am this week and celebrate at a wonderful event like this. Thanks very much.
Jessica Dyer from Prince Street Elementary will present Jessica Scott Karen, author of Lower the Trap.
Hi, my name is Jessica Dwyer, and I will be introducing Jessica Scott Karen. Miss Karen comes to us from Halifax, Nova Scotia, where she lives with her husband and her son. Miss Karen is considered an expert on what boys read. She has written over 12 books, several which have won awards, including the Nobel Children's Award, the Best Book for Kids and Teens, Canadian Children's Book, the Junior Library Guide Premier Selection Award, and she's even taken home the Hackmatack Award before. Today she is here because of her book, Lower the Trap, which is the first lobster book in the Lobster Chronicles trilogy. Graham Swinimer is the main character in her book about a gigantic lobster that his dad wants to put up for auction.
Thanks, Jessica. I see I have to update my bio on my website because I no longer live with my son. He's 22 now, and I'm really pleased to report that he moved out a couple of weeks ago in his own flat, although he's been eating dinner with us every night, so I'm not so sure about official launch date yet on that. I have a true story. I'm actually not from the Maritimes. I grew up on the prairies. And so when we were being really sporting and daring at a restaurant, we would order surf and turf. And what that was a gigantic steak. And then on the side was this little tiny red lobster tail, just the tail, right? And that's what we would eat in Alberta and think we're really cool. When I moved to Nova Scotia, people took us out for dinner at a fancy restaurant, and they said, have some lobster, right? So I thought, all right, I know what that's about. So then the lobster arrives, and it's a whole lobster. It takes up the whole plate, right? It's got all the parts. It's got the antenna and the eyeballs and all the legs and everything, and I'm staring at this like, oh, how do you even eat this, right? And then I look around, and people are ripping it apart with their hands. I'm thinking, oh, this is just awesome. So that's my introduction to lobsters. I've spent a lot of time in fishing communities, and I have a great deal of respect for those communities that support the lobster industry. The Hackmatack Award, being nominated for that is a really wonderful opportunity for me to get back into those communities and read my works. I hope I've accurately reflected those communities, and I know I'm doing an okay job when at the end of my presentation, students will come up to me and they'll say 6 magical words very proudly. My dad is a lobster fisherman. So thank you very much for the nomination, and thank you for all your organization for this too. It's a real honor to be able to do something like this.
Emma Will from Spring Garden Elementary School will present Dan Barrell, author of That One Spooky Night.
Hi, my name is Emma, and I'm going to be presenting an introduction for Dan Barrell. Dan Barrell is an award-winning children's author, storyteller, and educator. For the past 20 years, Mr. Barrell has written chapter books, children's book, which are including, but not limited to, Things Are Looking Grim, Jill, A Fish Named Glub, Pussycat, Pussycat, Where Have You Been, and Not Your Typical Dragon. Most recently, he has published a graphic novel, One Spooky Night, which is the one I am representing. Mr. Barrell also enjoys cooking, photography, and plays a blues harmonica. He enjoys traveling and hiking and has completed an 800-kilometer pilgrimage walk to Santiago de Compostela in Spain and the Inca Trail to Machu Picchu. Dan Barrell currently lives in Vancouver, BC with his wife, Dominique Bréchot, and his cat, Sasha. The book I read is One Spooky Night, a graphic novel, and his writing has a bit of a dramatic flair with 3 separate stories, which are A Broom with a View, 10,000 Tentacles Under the Tub, The Fang Gang, which are compacted into one amazing book. Every story is packed with humor and silliness. Only in a world of his creation do vampires named Stella Moon drink cola. Stella Moon is my favorite character of the book. She's a sister in a group of 4 vampire girls, and I think she's the nicest of all of them. She doesn't like blood, it gives her the hiccups, and she just wants a friend. It's an excellent Halloween collection of skillfully written stories. Thank you.
Thank you, Emma. Wow. You know a lot of details about me, too. That's a bit scary. Okay, so this is my first nomination for a Hackmatack Award, but this is my second time to Charlottetown. The first time I came to Charlottetown was 40 years ago, okay? I went with my mom and dad, and we took the ferry because there was no bridge back then, and the weather was really horrible, and the ocean was extremely rough. So my whole visit in Charlottetown was basically moaning and throwing up. So in order for me to have had a better time on this visit, all I needed to do was not barf, and mission accomplished. So, having said that, I've had just an excellent week. I got to tour libraries and schools all around New Brunswick, and I've been wanting to come to the Maritimes to tour and visit students for years, and I had a whole bunch of really great librarians who really helped make this happen this time. So I'm grateful for that, and I'm really thrilled that I get to share this really cool celebration with you. So thank you.
Samantha Jenkins from West Kent Elementary will present Alison Mayer, author of Time Flies When You're Chasing Spies, a Halifax mystery.
Please give a warm welcome to our next nominated author, Alison Mayer, the author of Time Flies When You're Chasing Spies. Alison was also nominated for the Red Cedar Award on her first spy adventure book, I, the Spy. Allison now lives on a U-Pick farm in Aylesford, Nova Scotia, with her husband Dave and her 2 sons, Connor and Devin. This quiet country setting would be the last place you expect to find this energetic author who loves the idea of a life filled with action and adventure. In fact, she used to work for a spy gear company that sold to police agencies all over the world. Allison would even take some of the spy gear home and test it on her husband Dave. He is probably grateful that Allison is now working as an author. Speaking of spy gear, the book Allison was nominated for, her book Time Flies When You're Chasing Spies, which is nominated for the Hackmatack Children's Choice Book Award. The story takes place in Halifax on the eve of a G8 summit. Andrew, the main character, jumps into action when his mother, who works for a spy gear company, suddenly goes missing. Even though they are only teenagers, Andrew and his best friend Brian go on a top-secret mission to find his mom, because Andrew knows his mom and the clues she might leave better than anyone else. But did they find her in time, or are they just a little bit too late? Well, you're going to have to find out by reading this awesome book. Please welcome Allison Mayer.
Not certain which one of these to aim for. I live on a farm, so I can be a touch loud, Dave. When I was a kid, I was probably a bit of a problem child. Nothing out of you people in the middle row. And I took things insanely literally. So when I was a little bit younger than these people, my dad said to me, "Sweetheart, you can be anything you want to be when you grow up, because you were lucky enough to be born in Canada." And I believed him. So I went into the kitchen and I got a bowl of oats, and I got a bowl of rice, and I got a bowl of water, and I put them all underneath my bed. And for the next several weeks, I went to bed underneath my bed with my arms and legs stuck out straight. And eventually my father found all these things under my bed, and he pulled them out and he said, "Sweetheart, what are you doing?" And I said, "Dad, you said I could be anything I wanted to be when I grew up, and I want to be a horse." And I said, "How does that work exactly? Like, do I get like bigger fingernails and they turn into hooves? And when do I get a tail?" And my father looked at me like he did all of my life and said, "Sweetheart, no, you could be anything that's a people." "You didn't say that. I needed a better clue." So I thought about it and I said, "Well, maybe I want to make up stories." So I trundled off and decided that I could maybe be an author. And when I told my father that, he said, "Okay, honey, way better than being a horse, but if you're gonna be an author, make sure you're kind of like the best author you can be." And Dad was right, because here I am with all of these fantastic authors at the Book Olympics. This is the Olympics for authors. I might not get the gold medal, but I'm at the Olympics! Yay!
Very nice. I'm glad you didn't turn it into a horse. We'd never have heard that. That's really nice. And Isaac McCardle will now present the plaque to this year's English fiction winner.
And the winner for English fiction is Ashley Spires for Binky Takes Charge.
Holy mackerel. I really wasn't expecting that. Thank you guys so much. Not only did you fly me out here and I got to see Charlottetown and I got to see Halifax, I got to go home with a present. This is fantastic. I was lucky enough to win the Hackmatack about 3 years ago for the first Binky book, so I'm sure I'm never going to be nominated again, because that's just too much niceness for one place, even for the Maritimes. And I am so happy to be here this time, so I can look at all the little kids' faces and say thank you so much for reading my book and for making awesome signs like that one. And I can't wait to meet you all out front when we're all signing our books. And this is just spectacular. What a great end of my week. Thank you guys so much. Thank you.
Thank you very much to all the nominees. Thank you very much. Let's stand as they go off the stage. We'll just stand, and for the live stream, pour l'émission en direct, we'll do the Hackmatack. Applause. Are you ready? Loud enough so they can hear us in Meteghan, Nova Scotia. Everybody, have you heard? Let me hear you say the word. Yo! 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 Hackmatack! 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 Bravo! Very nice. Stretch your legs and then sit down again. Haha. Asseyez-vous, s'il vous plaît. Very nice. Could you, the people who have posters and something, put your posters up again. All right, very nice. And these people, turn around again and show them up there. Just turn around and stand up and show them. Oh, look at that. Okay, yo! Oh, come on, yo! 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 Bravo, nice. Bravo. Thank you and congratulations to everyone. Chaque année, nous avons un tirage afin qu'une école ou une bibliothèque de chaque province puisse gagner un ensemble des livres en nomination pour Hackmatack pour l'année prochaine. Les écoles gagnantes sont inscrites sur votre programme ainsi que les finalistes au prix Hackmatack 2014, le prix des jeunes. Every year we have a draw so that the school or library in each province can win a set of next year's Hackmatack books, and the 4 winning schools are listed in your program along with the full list of books nominated for the 2015 Hackmatack Children's Book Award. And 2014, it doesn't mean 2015 in French, it's just a typo, 2015. Check out the bookmark table where they have copies of some of these great Hackmatack books to purchase. Et si vous allez voir à la table de la librairie Bookmark, ils ont des copies de certains des bons livres que vous pouvez acheter. Sous peu, nous demanderons aux auteurs et à leurs escortes de se rendre vers l'extérieur du théâtre dans l'entrée, et vous pourrez les rencontrer et obtenir leurs autographes. In just a few moments, I will ask the authors and their escorts to make their way out of the theater to the lobby where all of you may meet in a short while for autographs. Merci à tous les auteurs qui sont ici cette année, et c'est grâce à vous que la cérémonie est un succès. Merci à tous les porteurs de drapeaux. Où sont les porteurs de drapeaux? Where are the okay, all right. And where are okay, put those signs down. Nice. Where are the flag bearers? Stand up, flag bearers. Just the flag bearers, okay? Those flags, the flags there. There's thank you to Asad Yadi, yeah, there you go, and Kaya Pantier, Eshan Arora, and Lily Lowe, who got up very early this morning to travel all the way from Halifax Independent School. Okay, done in big man. Merci beaucoup. Thank you also to all the students who stood in for our absent authors in our parade. We couldn't have done it without you. Et merci aussi aux étudiants qui ont pris la place des auteurs qui étaient absents dans notre parade. Nous n'aurions pas pu le faire sans vous. They all had to practice whatever the authors wanted to be read if they had one. Thank you to all our authors for being here today and making the ceremony a success. As they leave, let us give them a nice Hackmatack cheer. So let's get up and give them, as the authors and their escort are leaving, to go prepare for the autographs. And we're ready. Yo, everybody, have you heard? Let me hear you say the word. Yo! 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 Laissez-moi vous dire un mot. C'est le temps de répéter. Yo! 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 Hackmatack! Bravo! Now we can all sit down if we're almost finished, but I would like you, everybody else, except the authors and the escorts, to just sit down for a minute. Asseyez-vous pour une seconde, les autres, les élèves qui sont ici de Hackmatack. Let's all sit down. The others who are standing up. The people who are standing up, let's sit down. The people who are standing up, si vous êtes debout, asseyez-vous. Sit down for just one more second. I see some people who are standing up. Please sit down. Merci beaucoup. Okay. All right, I just need your attention for probably half a minute, not a second or something, because we're almost finished, and this is very important. You're going to enjoy this. Vous allez vraiment apprécier ceci. Avant de remettre les prix de présence, merci à tous les bibliothécaires, les enseignants, organisateurs qui s'assurent que les livres sont disponibles à tous les jeunes lecteurs qui ont accueilli des auteurs partout dans la région. Nous aimerions particulièrement remercier le Conseil des arts du Canada, les services des bibliothèques publiques du Nouveau-Brunswick et le ministère de l'Éducation de la Nouvelle-Écosse pour leur généreux support, ainsi qu'à la Fondation communautaire de Post-Canada qui nous a permis de présenter cet événement en direct. Before we get to our door prize draw, we have a door prize draw. We want to thank the librarians, the library staff, teachers, organizations out there who made the books available to all our young readers and hosted authors reading across the region. And especially to all our sponsors, including Canada Council for the Arts, New Brunswick Public Libraries, and the Nova Scotia Department of Education for their generous support, and to the Canada Post Community Foundation for enabling this event to be a live stream.